The Cool Hit Sports Network now presents Kentucky high school baseball and softball. All season long, enjoy Greenup County, Russell, Raceland, Boyd County, and East Carter baseball and softball. Now let's go to the field for the pregame show as the Cool Hit Sports Network presents Kentucky high school baseball and softball.
And good Sunday afternoon, everybody. Jim Forrest with you as the Greenup County Musketeers have gone south to Vero Beach, Florida at the Jackie Robinson Sports Complex to play a week of baseball in sunny Florida. Today they'll be taking on Great Crossing. Tomorrow, Scott County. Tuesday, South Lakes. Off on Wednesday, Westfield on Thursday, and Bullitt East on Friday. Of course, those games are subject to change. But today it is Great Crossings, and we'll come back and talk with Coach Greg Logan in just a little bit about the trip to Florida and about today's game. We'll do that in just a moment here on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
When you shop and invest locally, you put in motion a sequence of actions which multiplies the money that is available in our area to create jobs and provide emergency services, police, and fire protection, as well as improving the quality of education in our local schools. Shop and invest locally whenever you can. First in People's Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. We are the home office.
Quality Marathon gasoline, great monthly specials on snacks and beverages, and fantastic service. Those are the qualities of Clark's Pump and Shops. You'll find a Clark's Pump and Shop near you in the Bluegrass State and beyond. And Rick and Brent Clark want you to know that they take pride in giving you the best prices and service, and they thank you for your patronage. Clark's Pump and Shops are a division of the John W. Clark Oil Company. Clark's Pump and Shops. Return, refresh, refuel.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts, and salads. A tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Back here at Vero Beach, Florida, the Jackie Robinson Complex, talking with Greenup County Coach Greg Logan. Coach, it's been a few years since I've been to Florida, and I'm sure some things have changed too.
Yeah, it has. A few things hasn't changed. It's sunny and 80 and windy, so that seems to be a constant. But the complex, they have improved it tremendously. Built a big indoor facility, a full field indoor facility. Done some improving on the field. The stadium's been renovated. It's really nice, and thanks to, I would assume, Major League Baseball and a lot of people with a lot of money, put some money in it. And I was talking to the general manager here, Jeff Biddle, and he said probably the way it's looking with the COVID, with the teams dropping out those couple of years. Yes, Major League Baseball hasn't taken it over. Yes, it may not have been. So this may have been a thing of the past. But, you go 2 years with no revenue is pretty tough.
Yeah.
So, but Major League Baseball did step in, put a lot of money in it. So it's really nice. We're ready for some 80 degrees and windy, and hopefully we can learn to catch a pop-up in probably 30, 40-mile-an-hour winds.
Let's talk about today's game. You open up against Great Crossing, and who you pitching, and what are you looking for out of your team?
Well, we're going to start with Carson. Typically, in the past, we've always went with our Sunday starter to be able to get another start out of him on Friday. So that's our goal. That's one of them. Hopefully, we can get 2 starts out of Carson. And I think the thing here is You can't get behind. You can't get behind on a big deficit. Stay in the game. It's just a different type of field. The ground is hard. It's very, very hard. The infield is hard. So, it's just totally different. So, the main thing is we put the ball in play. Carson keeps it close. And we play pretty good defense. So, basically, again, I think you got to play the fundamental baseball, move the runners over. And obviously, it's really windy here. So, a lot of things can happen, and you just can't give up on stuff. So that's kind of what we're looking for, to get two good games out of our starter. Carson Wireman will be today's starter and Friday's starter as well. So that's one of our goals is to get two good games out of our Sunday guy and our Friday guy.
All right. Well, we wish you the best of luck today, and we'll talk to you after the game.
All right. Thank you, Jim.
That's Coach Greg Logan on the pregame show. We'll take a break. We'll come back, take a look at the starting lineups. That's next when we continue. This is Greenup County Baseball on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Location in South Shore. Stealth Pharmacy is now located at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore and will retain the name you've known and loved for years, McDonald Pharmacy, offering the same great service you find in the Greenup and Wheelersburg locations, including free delivery service and drive-through service. And you can also get vaccinations and allergy shots at all three locations. Now you can get great prescription service and more at Stealth Pharmacy in Greenup, Wheelersburg, and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive in South Shore.
Stealth Pharmacy. I can't believe the house is ours.
Finally, freedom.
Today's the day, my own business.
These are the moments you'll remember forever, when a bank becomes more than a checking account or loan. At People's Bank, our core difference is providing you peace of mind and confidence in your financial life. By asking the right questions and working with you, we earn your business. Together, we're building financial success one special moment at a time. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You've thought for a long time about keeping your firearms and valuables safe and out of harm's way. Borders Sporting Goods has the area's greatest selection of Liberty safes and a wide range of sizes, styles, and colors. And Borders also has the Tri-State's best and most complete selection of firearms, hunting supplies, fishing supplies, archery supplies, knives, camo, and boots. From the smallest fishing hook to the largest Liberty safe, the best brands, the best selection, and the best prices in the Tri-State are at Borders Sporting Goods, Route 60 West in Ashland, where your money will be well spent. Since 1956, Sperry Auto Parts has served the Tri-State with used late model foreign and domestic auto parts. Sperry Auto Parts stays in touch with dealers nationwide through their hotline service for parts and late model repairable cars, trucks, and SUVs, specializing in Jeep, Chrysler, and GM. Sperry's provides a 30-day warranty on engines and transmissions. They also have a computerized inventory, making for quicker and better service. See the winning team at Sperry Auto Parts, Route 8 in South Portsmouth, Kentucky, across from the Carl Perkins Bridge.
Welcome back here to Vero Beach, Jackie Robinson Complex. They've had the meeting of the coaches and the umpires, and we're getting ready to get this game underway. The first of 5 here for Greenup County at the Jackie Robinson Complex at Vero Beach. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. First of all, 4 great crossings. Leading off and playing center field would be Micah Mullins. Hitting second, playing third base, Carson Walls. Hitting third, the DH, Pilot Lucasco. Hitting fourth, the catcher, Peyton Harris. Hitting fifth and playing shortstop, Grant Stewart. Hitting sixth and playing first base, Jacob Steele. Hitting seventh, the second baseman, Matt Lacey. Hitting eighth and playing right field, Drake Bird. And hitting ninth, the left fielder, Mason Wiley. On the mound pitching will be Logan Atkins. For Greenup County, leading off and playing center field will be Matthew Boggs. Hitting second and playing shortstop will be Elijah Hankins. Hitting third, the left fielder, Hunter Clevenger. Hitting fourth and playing first base will be Brock Kitchen. Hitting fifth and on the mound pitching, Carson Wireman. Hitting sixth and catching, Logan Bays. Hitting seventh, the DH will be Gullett. And he'll be hitting for the right fielder, Jonah Gibson. Hitting in the number 7 spot, playing third base, Cam Carroll. In the number 8 spot will be the third baseman, Cam Carroll. Hitting ninth and playing second base will be Cade Hunt. And on the mound pitching for Greenup County, of course, is Carson Wireman. So that's a look at your starting lineups. Temperature around 79 to 80 degrees in Vero Beach. Partly cloudy skies, very windy. And we're about ready to get this one underway. Greenup County and Great Crossings.
Good luck, Bobby. Bobby. Good luck, Bobby. They had Greenup at 24 last week. Lawrence County was 15. Yeah.
So let's get this ball game underway. We'll get this started at 3:56, and the first pitch is high and away, ball one. Matthew Boggs leading things off for Greenup County. Looks at a called strike there. 1-1 the count. Greenup County the visitors in this ball game. Here's a pitch. Misses, 2-1. Logan Atkins on the mound pitching for Great Crossings. Two-one pitch. Sort of check swing, but didn't take it. Didn't go for the bait, took it, and it's 3-1. 3-1 pitch. That is swung on and fouled out of play, and the count goes to full. They've renamed the fields and redone the fields here at Vero. This is called Integrity Field. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and that is hit and will be caught out there in left center field for out number one. That'll bring up the shortstop, Elijah Hankins. One out, nobody on. First pitch, a little bit upstairs, ball one. Squares to like he's going to bunt. Takes it upstairs, 2-0.
Yes. So I'm not used to that. This does that. So I hit out by habit. Yes. Then when I went to clear my strikes, he gave an out.
Called strike right down the heart of the plate, 2-1. Hunter Clevenger on deck, one out, nobody on. Top of the first inning. Live from Vero Beach, Florida. Here's the pitch, misses. 3-1.
Thank you very much.
So Atkins went full to Boggs before he got him to fly out. 3-1 now to Hankins. And he misses inside. Ball four. First walk of the ball game. And that'll bring up Hunter Clevenger, the left fielder.
We got a laundry service this year. That was music to my ear. That was the best message I've received since the season started.
Hankins with a good lead at first base. And the pitch swung on, ground ball into left field, but foul. Count 0-1.
What's up, Tim? You need a bigger camera?
Hankins takes a lead over at first base.
Absolutely.
Here's the pitch in the dirt. Good job by the catcher to stop that one. One ball, one strike to Clevenger. Hankins on. Down at first base, one out here in the top of the first inning. Runner going. Pitch is outside and low. Here's the throw down. And he's called him out. Oh, my goodness. So Hankins caught stealing.
That's a bad call.
A really bang play. It looked like he was there. So 2 down.
Heck of a sweet tackle. He thinks he got his foot.
And the pitch is a called strike. Got 2-2 to Clevenger. 2 down, nobody on. Misses in the dirt. 3-2. Very windy day, as you can hear the wind blowing. Here's a swing, and that one is hit into left field for a base hit as Clevenger makes the turn and will head back to first. First hit of the ball game. And that'll bring up Brock Kitchen, the first baseman. Kitchen, left-handed hitter, steps up with a runner at first base and 2 down.
Yeah.
Atkins ready, and the first pitch is in the dirt. Runner will head down to second base. Gets away from the catcher up the first baseline. So Greenup County with a runner in scoring position.
You can just watch the jersey too. Well, you want to take them down?
1-0 to count.
Just watch the jersey. We'll be covered with the
And a pitch, and that is swung on, and that will be caught out in the outfield for the final out. Out in right center field. So Greenup County comes up with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom half of the first inning. Greenup County nothing. Great Crossings coming to bat from Vero Beach here on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
This high school baseball game is brought to you in part by Shawnee State University. Your success starts here. For more information, go to shawnee.edu. Monroe Collision Centers of the Tri-State. For quality body work on your car, truck, or SUV, see the professionals who do quality work at reasonable prices, the good folks at Monroe Collision Centers of the Tri-State. And by Pepsi. You can't go wrong with an ice cold Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, or Mountain Dew.
We go to the bottom half of inning number 1. 0-0. For Greenup County defensively, Brock Kitchen at first base. At second base, Cade Hunt. The shortstop is Elijah Hankins. At third base is Cam Carroll. Out in left field, Hunter Clevenger. Center fielder Matthew Boggs. In right field is Jonah Gibson. Behind the plate catching Logan Bass. And on the mound pitching Carson Wireman, the right-hander. He will face Micah Mullins, Carson Walls, and Pilot Lucaso here in the bottom of the first inning. As Wireman finishes up his warm-up tosses. Don't forget, tomorrow's game scheduled for 1 o'clock against Scott County. Pregame will start around 12:45. See a lot of clouds here from time to time. It doesn't necessarily mean it's getting ready to rain, but it is very windy, as you can hear. Major League Baseball took over this complex back after the 2019 season. And, of course, COVID took care of 2020 and 21, but they have made some great improvements. Fields look really nice. Leading things off will be the center fielder, Micah Mullins, right-handed hitter to face Carson Wireman. Wireman ready, and the first pitch is swung on and fouled out back to the backstop, strike one. Wireman ready, and the pitch, strike called, 0-2. If you heard the pregame comments, Coach Logan hoping to get a game out of Wireman today and then again on Friday. That's his hopes. Here's the pitch, just missed, 1-2. Of course, traditionally here in Florida, Greenup takes Wednesday off. It's JV will play on Wednesday, but varsity practices on Wednesday. Here's the 1-2 delivery on the way, and it swung on and grounded fair down the right field line. And there to stab it behind the bag is Brock Kitchen. Gets up and puts his glove on the bag to get him. Nice defensive play by Kitchen. So that will go 3 unassisted and 1 away. That'll bring up Carson Walls, the third baseman. Another right-handed hitter for Great Crossings. And here's the first pitch. Strike called. Wireman ready. Winds and the pitch. Misses, 1-1. One pitch that is swung on and fouled out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jim Forrest with you. Glad you could join us on this Sunday afternoon. Baseball from Florida. Pitch to the dirt and to the backstop. Designated hitter on deck. Two and two to count to Walls. And the pitch just misses. 3-2. Wireman looks in, has the sign. Three-two pitch, misses, ball 4. So Wireman walks the number 2 hitter, Carson Walls. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Pilot Lucasco. One out, one on for Great Crossings. First pitch, nice stop by Bays as it was in the dirt. One and 0. Pitch. Instead of throw over to first. Again, check the runner. Here's the ball hit. Back up the middle. And that's going to be in there for a hit. Runner heading to third, runner heading to second. Here comes the throw. They're going to send the runner home. And Here's the play at third instead of coming home, and the runner has a triple. So that will be an RBI triple for Lukasco. As that ball was hit hard to left center field. And Great Crossings takes a 1-0 lead. Of course, Great Crossings, the team from Scott County, Kentucky, Georgetown, that when they split Scott County, you had Scott County and Great Crossings. Brings up the catcher, Peyton Harris. Also a right-handed hitter. This one gets away from the catcher. The runner coming home. Here's the play at the plate. Not in time. It's 2-0. So Wireman not starting out with the stuff that he has had normally. Giving up 2 runs already in the first inning. Base is empty now. 1 out. There's the pitch. It misses. A little bit inside on that one. Again, misses outside. Time going to be called as Steve Logan is going to go out and talk to his pitcher, who has given up 2 runs already on a walk and a triple and a wild pitch. This high school baseball game being brought to you in part by Manning Furniture, US 60 west of Ashland, where you find quality furniture for every room of the house at the best prices in the tri-state. That's Manning Furniture. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Great Crossings with a 2-0 lead with only 1 out. Base is empty. Meeting breaks up at the mound. And Wireman's ready to go. Winds in the pitch. Here's a called strike. Shortstop Stewart waiting on deck. 1 out. Nobody on, 2 runs in. Pitch swung on, and that is hit to the shortstop on a line drive, and he makes the catch, and there's 2 down. That'll bring up the shortstop for Great Crossings, Grant Stewart, with 2 down, nobody on. Right-handed hitter steps up to the plate. Wireman ready, and the first pitch swung on and fouled off to the left and out of play. A 1 pitch on the way from Wireman is low and away, 1-1. One pitch, swung on, and that is fouled off to the right and out of play. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wait for everybody to get back in place. And Stewart steps back in. Wyman ready, winds, and the 1-2 pitch is a swing and a miss. He struck him out. First strikeout of the ball game, but Great Crossings comes up with 2 runs on 1 hit. No Greenup County errors and nobody left on base. We've completed 1 inning of play, and your score is Great Crossings 2, Greenup County nothing on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
I can't believe the house is ours.
Finally, freedom.
Today's the day. My own business.
These are the moments you'll remember forever, when a bank becomes more than a checking account or loan. At People's Bank, our core difference is providing you peace of mind and confidence in your financial life. By asking the right questions and working with you, we earn your business. Together, we're building financial success one special moment at a time. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stultz Pharmacy now has a new location in South Shore. Stultz Pharmacy is now located at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore and will retain the name you've known and loved for years, McDonald Pharmacy, offering the same great service you find in the Greenup and Wheelersburg locations, including free delivery service and drive-through service. And you can also get vaccinations and allergy shots at all 3 locations. Now you can get great prescription service and more at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup, Wheelersburg, and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive in South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Back here at the Jackie Robinson Complex, Vero Beach, Florida. We go to the top of the 2nd inning. Greenup County finds themselves trailing 2-0 to Great Crossings. They'll play both schools back-to-back. Great Crossings today and Scott County tomorrow. Of course, they both used to be Scott County before they divided the school and made 2 big schools instead of 1 gigantic school. Carson Wireman will lead things off for Greenup County. Looks at a called strike. And the next pitch misses a little bit outside, 1-1. Logan Atkins ready, winds, and the pitch swung on, and that's down the right field line. That's fair. Wireman will head for second base, and he will be in with a stand-up double. So Wireman with a double to lead things off here in the 2nd inning. And that will bring up the catcher, Logan Bays. Good hit by Wireman right down right field line, out of the outstretched hand of the first baseman. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. Here's the pitch that is hit left field, but it's going to be foul. And Wireman will head back to second. Got 1-1 to Bays. And he looks at ball 2 outside. Wireman with the leadoff double down at second base, 2-1 to count to Bays. Atkins is ready. Pitch gets away from the catcher, and Wireman will head down to third. So Wireman down at third base now with nobody out, and the count 3-1 to Bays. Fly ball could bring home a run. Wild pitch can bring home a run. Bays looks down to Coach Greg Logan at third base, gets the sign or the Atkins ready, and this one is hit, and that will be into left field for a base hit. And Bays will make the turn and head back to first. So an RBI single for Bays, and it's a 2-1 ball game. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Jack Gullett, who's hitting for the right fielder, Jonah Gibson, today. First pitch. Here's a cold strike. Bays on down at first base. 1 run in. Atkins checks the runner. Pitch in the dirt. 1-1. Atkins checks the runner at first base, comes to the plate. It's low and away, 2-1. Atkins walked one in the top of the first inning. Bays pretty good lead at first. They'll throw over. He's back. Ian Atkins ready, checks Bays at first, and he'll throw over again, and Bays dives back in safe. Here's a pitch, misses again. 3 balls and 1 strike to Gullett. Cam Carroll on deck. Bays on down at first, 1 run in to make it a 2-1 ball game. Great crossings with the lead. We're at the top of the second inning from Vero Beach, Florida. Here's the pitch and a called strike, 3-2. So let's see if they're going to send Bays on this 3-2 pitch. Got a decent lead over at first base. Runner going, here's the pitch, swing and a miss, and the runner's in easy as he took off and got a great jump on the pitcher. So Gullett goes down swinging for strikeout number 1, but a stolen base for Bays puts a runner in scoring position, the tying run at second base, and brings up Cam Carroll with 1 out and the runner down at second. Atkins checks the runner, comes to the plate, outside, ball 1. Squares like he's going to bunt. And takes it, and it's a called strike. 1-1. Cade Hunt on deck. Again, squares like he's going to bunt. Takes it high. 2 balls and 1 strike to Cam Carroll. Bays on down at second base. Pitch misses outside, 3-1. Atkins ready, winds in a 3-1 pitch, and that is hit foul over towards the first base dugout. Count 3-2. Bays takes his lead down at second base. Atkins peers in for the sign. Pitch missed, ball 4. Runners at first and second now, as Carroll draws the second walk given up by Atkins in the ball game. And it brings up the second baseman, Cade Hunt. Runners at first and second. One out. One run in. Runner down at second is the tying run. Squares to bunt, takes it outside, ball one. Not holding the runner at first as the first baseman playing in, anticipating a bunt. Third baseman also playing in. Both a step on the grass. One and 0, and it's swung on and grounded back up the middle, and pitcher goes to third for the put out on the force out. So Hunt will be on with a fielder's choice. And that will go 1-5 for the put out. 2 down, and brings up the top of the order Matthew Boggs, who flew out to left center field in the first inning. Still runners at first and second, but 2 down now. And the pitch is hit, and that one is hit out into the outfield and is caught. And that will end the inning for Greenup County and end their threat as Boggs flies out to left center field for the second time in this ball game. But Greenup County does come up with one. They do it on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. We go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and your score is Great Crossings 2, Greenup County 1 on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
A lot of folks are paying their bills online. It's safe, accurate, and very convenient. If you would like to know more about banking online, stop by the bank and we can get you going. Cutting-edge technology with a first-name, friendly, hometown, personal touch. First and People's Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. We are the home office.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Back here at the Jackie Robinson Complex, Vero Beach, Florida, we go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's Great Crossings 2, Greenup County 1. And for Great Crossings, it'll be 6, 7, and 8 to face Carson Wireman. First baseman Jacob Steele leading things off. Wireman looks in, has the sign from Bays, and the first pitch is swung on and hit to right field. And there to make the catch was one away. That'll bring up the second baseman, Matt Lacey, also a right-handed hitter. First pitch is a swing and a miss, strike one. Oh, and 1 the count to Lacey. Wireman ready, pitch, in the dirt, 1-1. Wireman ready and a 1-1 pitch. Swung on and grounded to third. Third baseman has it. Carroll's long throw is in time. Good stretch by Brock Kitchen at first base, and they get the runner. Good play by Carroll with a long throw and Kitchen with a great stretch, and there's 2 down. Brings up the right fielder, Drake Bird. Bird, a left-handed hitter. 2 down, nobody on here in the second for Great Crossings. Wyman ready, and the first pitch is upstairs, ball 1. Wyman winds, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. One pitch, way outside. 2-1. Swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch, breaking ball, and the count goes 2-2. Wyman ready, and the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Struck him out for strikeout number 2. 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We've completed 2 here at the Jackie Robinson Complex in Vero Beach, Florida. It's Great Crossings 2, Greenup County 1 on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
You've thought for a long time about keeping your firearms and valuables safe and out of harm's way. Borders Sporting Goods has the area's greatest selection of Liberty safes and a wide range of sizes, styles, and colors. And Borders also has the Tri-State's best and most complete selection of firearms, hunting supplies, fishing supplies, archery supplies, knives, camo, and boots. From the smallest fishing hook to the largest Liberty safe, the best brands, the best selection, and the best prices in the Tri-State are at Borders Sporting Goods, Route 60 West in Ashland, where your money will be well spent. Since 1956, Sperry Auto Parts has served the Tri-State with used late model foreign and domestic auto parts. Sperry Auto Parts stays in touch with dealers nationwide through their hotline service for parts and late model repairable cars, trucks, and SUVs, specializing in Jeep, Chrysler, and GM. Sperry's provides a 30-day warranty on engines and transmissions. They also have a computerized inventory, making for quicker and better service. See the winning team at Sperry Auto Parts, Route 8 in South Portsmouth, Kentucky, across from the Carl Perkins Bridge.
We go to the top of the third inning here at Vero Beach in the Jackie Robinson Complex. Greenup County trailing Great Crossings by a score of 2-1. And for Greenup County, it'll be 2, 3, and 4 to face Logan Atkins, Hankins, Clevenger, and Kitchen. Hankins walked back in the first inning. And the first pitch misses, ball 1. One-0 pitch, misses outside, 2-0. Atkins has walked 2 in 1 in each inning. 2-0 pitch is a called strike, 2-1. Atkins ready, and the pitch misses outside, 3-1. Three-one pitch, miss. Oh, called strike on the outside part of the plate, 3-2. Hankins heading down to first. Late call by the umpire. So count full. Got to swing anything close now because you already tried to show the umpire up. Here's a foul back to the backstop. Count stays 3-2. Again, Atkins ready. And the 3-2 pitch is hit out into right field, and it falls for a base hit. So right fielder coming over towards right center, can't get there. And Greenup County has the leadoff man on base for the second inning in a row. That'll bring up Hunter Clevenger, single to left field his first time up. 1 for 1 in the ball game. Hankins on down at first, takes his lead. Atkins checks in. He'll throw over, and he's back. Again, Atkins checks Hankins. Here's the pitch, and here's the ball hit. And that's going to be a fly out to center field. And Hankins will head back to first, 1 away. That'll bring up Brock Kitchen. Flew out to right center field his first time up, 0 for 1. Tying run down at first base for Greenup County here in the top of the third. They trail 2-1. Atkins ready from the stretch, comes to the plate. Upstairs, ball 1. Hankins takes his lead down at first base. Atkins checks in. Comes to the plate. That is swung on, and that is hit into center field. And again, center fielder with the catch, and Hankins will head back to first base. That'll bring up Carson Wireman. Double to right field and scored last inning. Again, Hankins with a leadoff single, but back-to-back flyouts. Now 2 down, runner at first. Throw over, runner back. Again, check the runner. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher. Runner was going anyway. And he's going to head for third base. And here's the throw, and it is not in time. That ball was in the dirt. Hankins had already taken off, and it bounced to the third base side of home plate. And as soon as Greg Logan saw that, he motioned for the runner to keep coming. And he goes into third base. And this pitch misses outside. So that will be a stolen base and a wild pitch. So he was off and running. He would have had second. Pitch, strike called. Looked a little high and outside, but a strike called. So 2-1 to count to Wireman. Runner at third, 2 down. Runner at third's a tying run. Wireman ready, and here's the hit. And that one is hit out into right center field, and that'll be the final out of the ball game. Not the ball game, but of the inning. Yeah. For Greenup County in the third inning, they come up with no runs. They get a runner all the way to third, but can't get him in. Had 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We go to the bottom half of inning number 3. Your score still reads Great Crossings 2, Greenup County 1, here on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
Quality Marathon gasoline, great monthly specials on snacks and beverages, and fantastic service. Those are the qualities of Clark's Pump and Shops. You'll find a Clark's Pump and Shop near you in the Bluegrass State and beyond. And Rick and Brent Clark want you to know that they take pride in giving you the best prices and service, and they thank you for your patronage. Clark's Pump and Shops are a division of the John W. Clark Oil Company. Clark's Pump and Shops. Return, refresh, refuel. Stultz Pharmacy now has a new location in South Shore. Stultz Pharmacy is now located at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore and will retain the name you've known and loved for years, McDonald Pharmacy, offering the same great service you'll find in the Greenup and Wheelersburg locations, including free delivery service and drive-through service. And you can also get vaccinations and allergy shots at all 3 locations. Now you can get great prescription service and more at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup, Wheelersburg, and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive in South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others, should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Back here at Jackie Robinson Complex, we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Great Crossings up 2-1. And the first pitch from Wireman is low ball 1 to the left fielder Mason Wiley. Number 9 hitter. And he swings and fouls this one off. 1-1. Top of the order on deck. Wireman ready, and the pitch is low again. Two balls and 1 strike to Wiley, the left fielder. Wireman winds and the pitch, and that is low, 3-1. And here's a pitch that misses, ball 4. So leadoff man is on base with a walk. Second walk given up by Wireman in the ball game. That's going to bring up the top of the order Micah Mullins, the center fielder. Grounded out to first unassisted with a great play made by Kitchen down the first base line. Wiley, pretty good lead at first. And pitch, ground ball hit into the hole. It's short, only one play, and they won't even be able to make it. As he goes to the plate and he to the hole at short, could not get the runner at second. Realized he was not going to be able to get the runner going down to first, so that'll be an infield hit. And put runners at first and second base with nobody out here in the 3rd for Great Crossings, and bring up the 3rd baseman Carson Walls, who walked his first time up and scored back in the 1st inning. Squares to bunt. And the ball gets away from the catcher. Or did it hit him? Yes. Nope. They're not going to say it hit him. Squared to bunt. It looked like it might have hit him, but the umpire says no, but the ball got away from base, so runners move up. So now on 2nd and 3rd, but nobody out. Infield comes in, trying to knock down a run. And the pitch is popped up foul. And Bays gives chase, can't get there. Runners at 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. A walk, an infield hit, and then a ball that got away from the catcher. Moves the runners up. Wireman ready, and here's the pitch, and this one did hit him. So Wireman's curveball not working very well today. Having a hard time bringing it in, and that one hit him. So he's loaded him up. So a walk, an infield hit, and a hit batter. And you got them loaded up for the DH, Pilot Lucaso, who had an RBI triple and then later scored in the first inning. And time called as he steps out. Great crossing, threatening here in the bottom half of the third inning. Up 2-1, bases loaded, nobody out. Wyman's pitch is low and inside, ball one. Pitch, check swing, called strike, 1-1. Wireman trying to work out of a major jam here in the third. Bases loaded, nobody out. The pitch is low and away, 2-1. The catcher, Harris, on deck. And now meeting at the mound as Greg Logan is going to make a trip out to talk to his pitcher in his infield. As Wiley walked, Mullins got an infield hit into the hole at short, and then Walls got hit by the pitcher. And the count, Wyman is behind in the count to Lukasco. Meeting breaks up. And we'll be ready to go. Umpire does some housekeeping at home plate. 2-1 to count. Wireman ready, and the pitch. Here's ball three, low. Nowhere to put him. Bases are loaded. Three-one pitch, and that is swung on and hit up the middle and into center field. That'll score one. That'll score two. There'll be a play at third and not in time, and the runner will move down to second on the throw to third. So a two-run single to center field brings home Wiley and Mullins. Lucaso moves down to second base on the throw to third on a bang-bang play at third, but he was safe, and it brings up the catcher, Harris, who lined out to the shortstop back in the first inning. Still nobody out. Here's a swing and a miss. Now a 4-1 ball game. Pitch, that swung on and popped up foul and out of play back behind the plate. Runners at second and third. Nobody out. And the pitch is a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Third strikeout of the ball game for Wireman, and it brings up Grant Stewart, the shortstop, a strikeout victim in the first. Wireman ready, and the first pitch is swung on and foul back to the backstop. 0-1. One pitch, misses, low and away, 1-1. Wyman ready, 1-1 pitch. Swung on, foul back to the backstop, 1-2. Trying to get out of this inning with no other damage done. A walk, an infield hit, a hit batter, a 2-run single. Then he got a strikeout. Head of the batter here. Winds and the pitch. Misses a little bit high and outside. Pitch, hit him. That loads him up again. And that is the second hit batter. Loads him up with one out and brings up the first baseman, Jacob Steele, who flew out to right field in the second inning. 0 for 1. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. Pitch in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, can't find it. Runner coming home and is there. It is now a 5-1 ball game as Walls comes in. Runners at second and third with one out. Pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes. And here's a swing and a ground ball past the shortstop in the left field. That'll score one run. That'll score 2 runs. And the ball comes in, and the runner heads down to second base as the throw came in to third. And the runner moves on down to second on the throw in. So that'll be a 2-run single for Steele. And Lucasso comes in to score, and Stewart comes in to score. 5 runs into the inning to make it a 7-1 ball game. And Greenup County, I believe, going to have a pitching change with Lacey coming up with only 1 out. And the runner still at second base. So we will have a pitching change. We'll take a break, come back and tell you about it in just a moment. We're in the bottom of the third inning, and Great Crossings now has a 7-1 lead over Greenup County. Back in a moment on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
Stealth Pharmacy now has a new location in South Shore. Stealth Pharmacy is now located at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore and will retain the name you've known and loved for years, McDonald Pharmacy, offering the same great service you find in the Greenup and Wheelersburg locations, including free delivery service and drive-through service. And you can also get vaccinations and allergy shots at all 3 locations. Now you can get great prescription service and more at Stealth Pharmacy in Greenup, Wheelersburg, and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive in South Shore.
Stoltz Pharmacy.
My truck and I work all day long, so the truck has to be tough. But I want my truck loan easygoing, and that's what I get at my bank. Flexible terms, great rates. My truck loan works for me, just like my truck.
For great rates on loans for your next truck or car, see the good folks at First and People's Bank, the home office, member Equal Housing Lender, FDIC.
You've thought for a long time about keeping your firearms and valuables safe and out of harm's way. Borders Sporting Goods has the area's greatest selection of Liberty safes and a wide range of sizes, styles, and colors. And Borders also has the Tri-State's best and most complete selection of firearms, hunting supplies, fishing supplies, archery supplies, knives, camo, and boots. From the smallest fishing hook to the largest Liberty safe, the best brands, the best selection, and the best prices in the Tri-State are at Borders Sporting Goods, Route 60 West in Ashland, where your money will be well spent.
All right, pitching change for Greenup County here in the third. Carson Wireman goes 2 1/3 innings. He has given up 4 hits, walked 2, struck out 3, hit 2 batters. He leaves with a runner in scoring position at second base, which he would be responsible for. And coming in to pitch will be Brock Kitchen. The lefty. I'm trying to see who went to first base. Wireman did go to first base, so they just switched places. Everything else stayed the same. So Wireman goes to first base and Kitchen goes to pitcher. And Lacey comes to the plate with only 1 out. And a runner at second base. 5 runs already in the inning. And the first pitch is ball 1 from the lefty, Brock Gomez Kitchen. Lacey grounded out to third back in the second inning. Bunts it down the third base line. Kitchen has it, fields. And did they get him? I think so. Good job by Kitchen. Runner moves over to third. So that will go 1-3 for the putout. 2 down. Brings up the 9th hitter of the inning, Drake Bird, the right fielder. Struck out back in the second inning. Kitchen is ready, and the first pitch, breaking ball, called strike 1. Pitch swung on and grounded to. Nope, called a balk. So a balk was called, and that allows the run to come in. So Steele comes in on a balk. That is the 6th run of the inning, and now the bases are empty. Here's a pitch swung on, foul back to the backstop. So that run right now, since it was a balk, will be attributed to Kitchen unless there's a base hit here, and then it would be attributed to Wireman. So pitch misses upstairs. 2 down, bases empty. 6 runs in the inning. And here's a swing and a miss at a high fastball, and he got him on strikes. That'll end the inning. First strikeout for Kitchen and the 4th for Greenup County pitching. But in the 3rd inning, 6 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. After 3 innings of play, it's Great Crossings 8, Greenup County 1 on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
I can't believe the house is ours.
Finally, freedom.
Today's the day, my own business.
These are the moments you'll remember forever, when a bank becomes more than a checking account or loan. At People's Bank, our core difference is providing you peace of mind and confidence in your financial life. By asking the right questions and working with you, we earn your business. Together, we're building financial success one special moment at a time. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Since 1956, Sperry Auto Parts has served the tri-state with used late model foreign and domestic auto parts. Sperry Auto Parts stays in touch with dealers nationwide through their hotline service for parts and late model repairable cars, trucks, and SUVs, specializing in Jeep, Chrysler, and GM. Sperry's provides a 30-day warranty on engines and transmissions. They also have a computerized inventory, making for quicker and better service. See the winning team at Sperry Auto Parts, Route 8 in South Portsmouth, Kentucky, across from the Carl Perkins Bridge.
Back here at the Jackie Robinson Complex at Vero Beach, Florida, we go to the top of the 4th inning, where Greenup County trails Great Crossings by a score of 8-1. For the Musketeers here in the 4th, it'll be Logan Bays, Jack Gullett, and Cam Carroll due up to face Logan Atkins, who has given up the 1 run on 4 hits. He has struck out 1, he has walked 2. Bays had an RBI single to left field back in the 2nd inning. And the first one is way inside, ball 1. Pitch misses again, 2-0. Strike called, 2-1. Two-one pitch, swung on, ground ball to third. Third baseman has it, comes up firing, and there's 1 away. That'll bring up the designated hitter. Nope. Is it? Yep. Designated hitter Jack Gullett. Strikeout victim back in the 2nd. First pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 1. Cam Carroll on deck. Pitch outside corner, called strike 2. Atkins looks in, has a sign. And the 0-2 pitch is grounded foul down the third baseline. Count stays 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch, swing and a miss. Struck him out, swinging late on that one. Strikeout number 2, both of them have been Gullett. That brings up Cam Carroll. He walked back in the 2nd inning. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Top of the 4th, 8-1. Great Crossings ahead of Greenup County. Here's the pitch, and it's a called strike on the outside part of the plate. Atkins starting to get into a little bit of a groove now for Great Crossings. Here's a pitch that just misses, 1-1. 1-1 pitch, and that is grounded into left field for a base hit. So Carroll with a single to left field. Puts a runner at first base with 2 down and brings up Cade Hunt. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the second inning. 0 for 1. Throw over to first, runner back. Carroll takes a lead again. Atkins will check him. And strike called. Good pitch. Again, Carroll with a pretty good lead down at first base. Atkins will check him. And the ball is hit towards second. Second baseman has it. Goes to the shortstop for the putout. And that'll end the inning. For Greenup County in the fourth, they come up with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom half of inning number 4. Great Crossings 8, Greenup County 1 on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Stultz Pharmacy now has a new location in South Shore. Stultz Pharmacy is now located at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore and will retain the name you've known and loved for years, McDonald Pharmacy, offering the same great service you find in their Greenup and Wheelersburg locations, including free delivery service and drive-through service. And you can also get vaccinations and allergy shots at all 3 locations. Now you can get great prescription service and more at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup, Wheelersburg, and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive in South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Welcome back here to Jackie Robinson Complex, Vero Beach, Florida. First game of the week for Greenup County, and they find themselves here in the bottom of the 4th inning, trailing Great Crossings by a score of 8-1. Great Crossings, of course, from Georgetown, Kentucky. Split Scott County, became Scott County and Great Crossings. Both of them huge schools. In his first full inning of work, Brock Kitchen. First pitch is ball 1 to Mason Wiley, the left fielder who walked and scored last inning. And this pitch is a called strike, 1-1. Here's a called strike. 1-2. Top of the order on deck for Great Crossings. And this one's upstairs. 2-2. Pitch upstairs and away, gets to the backstop. Here's a pitch, swung on, fouled, out of play. 3-2. Swung on, fouled back to the backstop again. Count stays 3-2. Wiley hangs tough. Kitchen ready, winds, and the pitch is strike 3 called on the inside part of the plate. Second strikeout of the ball game for Kitchen, and the 5th for Greenup County pitching. It brings up the top of the order Micah Mullins, center fielder, Grounded out to first unassisted and had an infield hit and scored. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. First pitch is in the dirt, ball 1. Pitch misses outside, 2-0. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the 4th inning. Lefty winds and throws and again misses just outside 3-0. .30 pitch, called strike, 3-1. .31 pitch is hit, and that is going to be caught out in left field. Going back and making the catch, Clevenger, and there's 2 down. Now to bring up the third baseman, Carson Walls, who has walked and scored and been hit by the pitcher and scored. Officially 0 for 0, but he scored 2 runs. And Kitchen ready, and the first pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 1. Swung on and fouled. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, nobody on. Bottom of the 4th inning. Great Crossings leading 8-1 over Greenup County. Scored 2 in the first, 6 in the third. And Kitchen's pitch misses outside. 2-2. Two pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. 1-2-3 inning, 2 strikeouts in the inning for Kitchen, and that is his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. 6 for Greenup County pitching. In the 4th, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We've completed 4 as we head to the 5th inning. It's Great Crossings 8, Greenup County 1 on the Cool Hits, MyTown T on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
There's a lot of places to invest your money and no shortage of advice, but I think a lot of these get-rich-quick schemes are good ways to get broke quick. That's why I like the CDs at my bank. Guaranteed, insured.
Great rates, plus the comfort of knowing your CDs are guaranteed and insured. That's First and People's Bank. For all your banking needs, see the good folks at First and People's Bank, the home office. Member Equal Housing Lender, FDIC.
Since 1956, Sperry Auto Parts has served the tri-state with used late-model foreign and domestic auto parts. Sperry Auto Parts stays in touch with dealers nationwide through their hotline service for parts and late-model repairable cars, trucks, and SUVs, specializing in Jeep, Chrysler, and GM. Sperry's provides a 30-day warranty on engines and transmissions. They also have a computerized inventory, making for quicker and better service. See the winning team at Sperry Auto Parts, Route 8 in South Portsmouth, Kentucky, across from the Carl Perkins Bridge.
Quality Marathon gasoline, great monthly specials on snacks and beverages, and fantastic service. Those are the qualities of Clark's Pump and Shops. You'll find a Clark's Pump and Shop near you in the Bluegrass State and beyond. And Rick and Brent Clark want you to know that they take pride in giving you the best prices and service, and they thank you for your patronage. Clark's Pump and Shops are a division of the John W. Clark Oil Company. Clark's Pump and Shops. Return, refresh, refuel.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
Back here at the Jackie Robinson Complex as we go to the top of the fifth inning. 8-1, great crossings. And the first pitch was inside. And the second pitch misses high and outside. Here's a swing and a miss. In the dirt. Got 3-1 the Bogs. Two and one, excuse me. Now it's 3-1. Pitch misses. Ball 4. It's a leadoff man on base for Greenup County here in the fifth. Brings up Elijah Hankins, who has walked and singled. And the first pitch is a called strike on the outside part of the plate. That was the third walk given up by Atkins in the ballgame. Pitch swung on and fouled. Here's a pitch, and that one is fouled off out of play. Here's a pitch, ground ball, hit to the shortstop. Has it, long throw across the diamond, got him. Runner moves over to second. To one down, runner at second base. We'll bring up Hunter Clevenger, who's singled and flown out. From the GM, Andy, and all the others at Vero Beach, they want to shout out to Michael Coffey, who they know so much. Here's a ground ball, and that one is hit into right field, right center field for a base hit, and that will score a run and make it an 8-2 ball game. So an RBI single for Hunter Clevenger. And makes it 8-2 and brings up Rock Kitchen, the pitcher. He's flown out to right center field and flown out to center field. 0 for 2 in the ball game. Atkins ready. The first pitch is a ground ball. And that one is going to be fouled down the right field line. Count 0-1. Everybody goes back. Clevenger down at first base, Kitchen back to the plate. Atkins ready, and here's a pitch, breaking ball, good pitch, called strike. Again, Atkins from the stretch. Here's the pitch, And that is swung on and grounded up the middle and into center field for a base hit right over the pitcher's head. So back-to-back hits. It's number 6 and 7 in the ball game for Greenup County. Puts runners at first and second base with one out. One run in here in the fifth and brings up Carson Wireman, who has doubled to right field and flew out to center field. And he looks at ball one outside. Atkins ready. Here's the pitch, and that is lined over the shortstop's head into left field. A runner at second base had to wait and see if that caught ball was going to be caught. So only able to advance to third, but a single by Wireman. That's 3 hits in a row, and they're loaded up. And that's going to bring up Logan Bays, who has an RBI single and is grounded out to third. Clevenger down at third base, Kitchen at second base, Wireman at first base. They're loaded up here in the fifth for Greenup County. They trail 8-2. 1 run already in the inning. Atkins ready, and the pitch is a cold strike. A 1 pitch, swing and a miss, 0-2. Logan Atkins ready, and the 0-2 pitch is in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. 1 run will score. Everybody moves up, so runners at second and third as Clevenger comes in on the wild pitch to make it an 8-3 ball game. Here's the pitch, misses outside. Runners at second and third, 1 out. Pitch ground ball up the middle and fielded behind the bag. But can't make a play, but the runner can't advance either at third, so they're loaded up again. So that'll be an infield hit for Bays. And that'll load them up with 1 out and bring up Jack Gullett, who has struck out twice. Be time for the big guy to get a hit. First pitch is a swing and a miss, way late on that swing. Here's a ball that's hit foul. Oh, 2. 2 runs in the inning, bases loaded, 1 out. Fouled off again to the right, now to play. Greenup County 4 consecutive hits. RBI single by Clevenger, a single by Kitchen, a single by Wireman, and an infield hit by Bays. Here's another foul off to the third base side this time as Gullett hangs in there, at least getting a piece of it. Atkins ready. Here's the pitch upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jack Gullett. Bases loaded. Hit him. That'll bring home another run. And 3 runs in the inning now makes it an 8-4 ball game. Brings up Cam Carroll, who has walked and singled. Bases still loaded, 1 out. Pitch, swing, and a miss. Pitch, swing, and a foul ball. Count 0-2. Cade Hunt on deck. If Carroll can keep the inning going, 1 down, bases loaded. Here's the pitch, fouled off, foul to play. Second and short playing at double play depth. Third and first playing in on the grass. Atkins ready. Here's the pitch, and it's upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Carroll. Base hit could plate 2 runs. Ground ball, and that one is hit towards second. They'll get the force out as second baseman flips it to the shortstop. Can't get the runner, and the run scores. So Carroll reaches on a fielder's choice on a 4-6 put out, but the run scores 4 runs in the inning to make it an 8-5 ball game. And bring up Cade Hunt, who has reached on the fielder's choice and grounded out to second to end the inning. Here's the pitch, and that one is hit into right field, but caught by the right fielder to end the inning. But Greenup County in the 5th inning comes up with 4 runs. They do it on 4 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. We get to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is Great Crossings 8, Greenup County 5, here on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Stultz Pharmacy now has a new location in South Shore. Stultz Pharmacy is now located at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore and will retain the name you've known and loved for years, McDonald Pharmacy, offering the same great service you find in their Greenup and Wheelersburg locations, including free delivery service and drive-through service. And you can also get vaccinations and allergy shots at all 3 locations. Now you can get great prescription service and more at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup, Wheelersburg, and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive in South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
You've thought for a long time about keeping your firearms and valuables safe and out of harm's way. Borders Sporting Goods has the area's greatest selection of Liberty safes and a wide range of sizes, styles, and colors. And Borders also has the Tri-State's best and most complete selection of firearms, hunting supplies, fishing supplies, archery supplies, knives, camo, and boots. From the smallest fishing hook to the largest Liberty safe, the best brands, the best selection, and the best prices in the Tri-State are at Borders Sporting Goods, Route 60 West in Ashland, where your money will be well spent.
Go to the bottom of the 5th inning. For Great Crossings, it'll be 3, 4, and 5. Pilot Lucasco, RBI triple to center field in the 1st inning and scored. 2-run single to center field in the 3rd inning and scored. 2 for 2. 2 runs scored and 3 RBIs. First time facing Brock Kitchen, and the first pitch is outside ball 1. Pitch fouled off back to the backstop. Third base side. 1-1. Strike called. Good pitch by Kitchen. Breaking pitch. Hit the outside part of the plate. 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. Swinging. Strikeout number 4 in the ball game for Kitchen. And the 7th for Greenup County pitching. That'll bring up the catcher, Peyton Harris, who lined out to short and struck out. Kitchen pitches, check swing. Did he go? Nope. Ball 1. Pitch in the dirt, 2-0. One out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Nobody on base. Great Crossings leading 8-5. Here's a ball that's hit foul down the right field line. Kitchen looks into base for the sign, has it. Winds in the pitch, inside and low. Shortstop Grant Stewart waiting on deck. Here's the pitch. Missed outside, he walked him. First walk given up by Kitchen, and the third walk given up by Greenup County pitching. Puts a runner at first and brings up the shortstop Grant Stewart, who has struck out, been hit by the pitcher, and scored a run. Kitchen checks the runner. And he'll go over to first and the runner back. Again, runner takes a lead at first. Pitch. Just missed. 1-0. Again, Kitchen checks the runner over at first base. And ball is hit down the third baseline on a bunt, and it'll be a bunt single. That's going down the field. It is Kitchen, but he can't make a play. So Great Crossings with runners at first and second. And that brings up the first baseman, Jacob Steele, who flew out to right field. Nope, this might be somebody else. Supposed to be Steele. Ball gets away from the catcher on the pitch, and the runners will move up. Thought Steele was supposed to be number 32, and this is 23. Pitch misses again outside. But I think it is still. I think they just switched the numbers around. It's been 23 all along. There's a ground ball hit into center field. Base hit. That'll score both runs. So a 2-run single by Steele. His second of the ball game. And now it is a 10-5 ball game. And a runner at first base and only one out. That brings up Matt Lacey, second baseman, who was grounded out to second and grounded out pitcher to first. And he hits that one into left field on a line shot that Hunter Clevenger gets. And that'll be 2 down. That'll bring up the right fielder, Drake Bird. Nope, I think we got a pinch hitter here for sure. See if I can catch his number here. First pitch is swung on and fouled. Don't have his number, though. Sometimes down here you just don't get him, so it is a pinch hitter, though. 0-1 the count. And a throw over to first, close, but he got back. A walk, a bunt single. A wild pitch, and a 2-run single. Plated 2 more for great crossings here in the 5th. Throw to first again, and close again, but he's back. Check swing. And a ball called. 2 down. Runner at first base, 2 runs in here in the 5th for great crossing. The Warhawks. Here's a called strike. Count 2-2. Kitchen ready. And the 2-2 pitch is swing and foul down to the catcher's mitt. Back towards the backstop, and it hit Bays right in the hand. He'll have to shake that one off a little bit. Left fielder Mason Wiley on deck if pinch hitter gets on. Kitchen has a sign from Bays, checks the runner over at first. And runner going, and they're going to do the little fake play, and they get him. As sort of fakes and gets the runner going. So Lacey picked off, or excuse me, Steele picked off to end the inning. But in the fifth inning, 2 more runs for Great Crossing on 2 hits. No errors and nobody left on base. We've completed 5. And your scores, Great Crossing 10 and Greenup County 5. Here on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Sperry Auto Parts has served the tri-state with used late model foreign and domestic auto parts. Sperry Auto Parts stays in touch with dealers nationwide through their hotline service for parts and late model repairable cars, trucks, and SUVs, specializing in Jeep, Chrysler, and GM. Sperry's provides a 30-day warranty on engines and transmissions. They also have a computerized inventory, making for quicker and better service. See the winning team at Sperry Auto Parts, Route 8 in South Portsmouth, Kentucky, across from the Carl Perkins Bridge.
I can't believe the house is ours.
Finally, freedom.
Today's the day, my own business.
These are the moments you'll remember forever, when a bank becomes more than a checking account or loan. At People's Bank, our core difference is providing you peace of mind and confidence in your financial life. By asking the right questions and working with you, we earn your business. Together, we're building financial success one special moment at a time. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Go to the top of 6th inning through 5. Great Crossings 10 runs, 6 hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Greenup County 5 runs on 8 hits. On 9 hits, no errors, and they've left 7 on base. And a new pitcher for Great Crossings is Morrison. So Atkins goes 5 innings and gives up 5 runs, 9 hits. As the first pitch misses. To Boggs leading things off here in the 6th. And this one's in the dirt, 2-0. Toole, Dakota Toole batting. 2-0 pitch, 3-0. Morrison, a lefty, pitching now for Great Crossings. And a 3-0 pitch is a called strike. Atkins walked 3. He struck out 2. And he hit a batter. Here's a swing and a foul. So that's your line on Logan Atkins. 5 innings, 5 runs, 9 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, and hit a batter. Morrison is pitched to Toole, is hit over the first baseman's head into right field for a base hit. So single to right field, and that's hit number 10 in the ball game. Greenup County's got 10 hits. They've out-hit Great Crossings, but they're down 5 runs. That'll bring up Elijah Hankins. He has walked, singled, and grounded out. And the first pitch misses, ball 1. Toole with a decent lead at first base. There's a pitch, called strike. 1-1 the count to Hankins. Clevenger on deck. Greenup County 1 run in the second, 4 in the 5th. Throw over, runner back. Great Crossing has got 2 in the first, 6 in the third, and 2 in the 5th. Greenup County leadoff man on here in the 6th. And a bunt down the third base line. Pitcher will field it. He will go to first, and he is safe as the ball gets away, and Toole will end up at third base. So that will go.
Who's out?
Greg Logan is going to come over and talk to the umpire. He thought that Hankins got interfered with. On trying to get to second base on the overthrow, because the throw was wide and went into right field down at first base. But I don't think they're going to get anything changed. Home plate umpire also now out at the meeting. Pitcher going to warm up a little bit while the conversation's going on out at close to second base. So they're going to call. They're going to call Hankins out at first base. I guess they're going to say he interfered. So here's a ground ball hit towards second, and they're going to play it at home, and they got him in a rundown, and he's out at third base. And now a play down at second base, and they get him. Double play. So Hankins is out for interference. We'll get the exact call of that after the game, but that's what they called. And then Clevenger hits a slow roller to second. And they make the play at the plate, and they get the runner in the rundown. So Clevenger will get on with a fielder's choice, and the out will go 4-2 to 5, and then 5-4 put out of Clevenger trying to go to second base. So it's a double play that ends the inning. For Greenup County in the sixth, no runs, one hit. There was one Great Crossings error, and nobody left on base. There you have it. That's how that inning ends. Strange. We'll come back with the bottom of the sixth inning in just a moment. It's still Great Crossings 10, Greenup County 5 on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Stultz Pharmacy now has a new location in South Shore. Stultz Pharmacy is now located at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore and will retain the name you've known and loved for years, McDonald Pharmacy, offering the same great service you'll find in their Greenup and Wheelersburg locations, including free delivery service and drive-through service. And you can also get vaccinations and allergy shots at all three locations. Now you can get great prescription service and more at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup, Wheelersburg, and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive in South Shore.
Pharmacy.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Welcome back here to Jackie Robinson Experience at Vero Beach. And the pinch hitter who was up at the end of the fifth inning is up to lead off the sixth inning. We don't have his name. Sorry. He looks at ball one. And here's a swing and a ground ball hit to short. Shortstop has it. Long throw. And they got it. Toole is now playing first base, and Wireman went from first to right field. Good play by Hankins at shortstop. And there's one away, and that brings up the left fielder, Mason Wiley, who has walked and struck out. 0 for 1 officially, and looks at ball one high. If you're looking ahead to the 7th inning for Greenup County, they will have 4, 5, and 6 due up. Here's a pitch inside, 2-0. Down 10-5. Pitch, strike called on the outside part of the plate. Kitchen came in relief of Carson Wyman, who went 2 1/3, gave up 7 runs. 4 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 2 hit batters. Here's a pitch that's upstairs, 3-1. Swung on, and that one is hit into center field for a base hit. As Wiley gets it to fall in front of the center fielder and picks up the hit. Hit number 7. And it brings up the top of the order. Micah Mullins, who has grounded out the first unassisted, an infield hit and scored and flown out to left field. He is 1 for 3 in the ballgame. Kitchen ready, and the first pitch misses low, ball 1. Kitchen ready, winds, and the pitch upstairs, 2-0. One out, runner at first base here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Great Crossings leading Greenup County 10-5. Opening game of spring break at Vero Beach, Jackie Robinson Complex. Runner going, here's the throw down, and not in time. The runner at second base now. Stolen base for Wiley. Pitch is a called strike on the inside part of the plate. Here's a ball hit back up the middle, and it's going to make it into center field for a base hit, and that'll score a run. So Mullins with an RBI single, and makes it an 11-5 ball game. And it brings up the third baseman, Carson Walls, who's walked and scored, been hit by the pitcher and scored and struck out. Officially 0 for 1 with 2 runs scored. And he looks at a called strike. Runner going, swing and a foul. Runner will head back. No balls and 2 strikes to Walls. Runner at first base, 1 out. Kitchen steps off the rubber as Walls steps out of the batter's box. Now steps back in. And got him picked off. They'll run him down and tag him out. Nice move by Kitchen. Had him leaning, and they pick him off. So 2 down, bases empty. Kitchen winds and the pitch. Way upstairs to the backstop. That one got away from him. Again, Kitchen ready. Has the sign. Winds and the ball is hit to the first base side in foul territory. Fly ball. Tools there to make the catch, and that'll end the inning. 4 great crossings in the 6th. They do come up with 1 run on 2 hits. No Greenup County errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the 7th. Greenup County finds himself trailing by a score of 11-5. Back in a moment on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Since 1956, Sperry Auto Parts has served the tri-state with used late model foreign and domestic auto parts. Sperry Auto Parts stays in touch with dealers nationwide through their hotline service for parts and late model repairable cars, trucks, and SUVs, specializing in Jeep, Chrysler, and GM. Sperry's provides a 30-day warranty on engines and transmissions. They also have a computerized inventory, making for quicker and better service. See the winning team at Sperry Auto Parts, Route 8 in South Portsmouth, Kentucky, across from the Carl Perkins Bridge.
I can't believe the house is ours.
Finally, freedom.
Today's the day, my own business.
These are the moments you'll remember forever, when a bank becomes more than a checking account or loan. At People's Bank, our core difference is providing you peace of mind and confidence in your financial life. By asking the right questions and working with you, we earn your business. Together, we're building financial success one special moment at a time. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
This high school baseball game is brought to you in part by Shawnee State University. Your success starts here. For more information, go to shawnee.edu. Monroe Collision Centers of the Tri-State. For quality body work on your car, truck, or SUV, see the professionals who do quality work at reasonable prices, the good folks at Monroe Collision Centers of the Tri-State. And by Pepsi. You can't go wrong with an ice cold Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, or Mountain Dew.
Top of the 7th inning here at Vero Beach Jackie Robinson Complex. Greenup County down 11-5. And leading things off will be Brock Kitchen against the new pitcher, Lawrence. Right-hander who comes in. First pitch is upstairs, ball 1. Morrison went 1 inning, no runs, 1 hit, no walks, no strikeouts. And Lawrence goes outside and high, 2-0 to Kitchen. Kitchen has flown out twice and singled and scored 1 for 3 in the ballgame. And the pitch is a called strike, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Swung on, and that is hit down the right field line, foul. 2-2. Morrison ready, and the 2-2 pitch is swung on, and a ground ball that's going to get to the back of the bag, and a throw, and they got him. Good job by the shortstop going behind second base and getting that play, and one away. Brings up Carson Wireman. Wireman has doubled and scored, flown out, and singled and scored. 2 for 3 in the ball game, 2 runs scored. Lawrence ready, and the first pitch is a fly ball to right field, and the right fielder is there to get it for out number 2. So Greenup County down to their final out in this first ball game of the Vero Beach trip. And it brings up Logan Bays. Unless they're going to pinch hit. And I think they are. I can't see who it is, though. Okay, Underwood is going to come in. Cohen Underwood is going to pinch hit. And the first pitch is ball 1. I want to remind you of this high school baseball game brought to you in part by Manning Furniture, US 60 west of Ashland, where you find quality furniture for every room of the house at the best prices in the tri-state. That's Manning Furniture. Pitch missed. 2-0. 2 down, nobody on here in the top of the 7th. Two-0 pitch is a called strike. Take away that big third inning for Great Crossing when they scored 6 runs. Here's a ground ball hit to third. Knocks it down, picks it up, makes the play, and it won't be in time. So that'll be an error on the third baseman. Keeps the inning alive for Greenup County. Brings up Jack Gullett, who has struck out twice and been hit by the pitcher. Lawrence, the third pitcher used by Great Crossings. First pitch is swung on and fouled off the catcher. Back to the backstop. You'll have to shake that one off. Coach will come out to see if he's okay. Says he is. He'll walk it off. Oh, and 1 the count to Gullett. Runner at first base, 2 down, top of the 7th inning. And Great Crossing on top, 11-5. Harris gets a nice round of applause as he shakes it off and heads back behind the plate. Lawrence ready, and the pitch is hit. And that one is going to make it through all the way into center field. And here comes Underwood, and he's going to come all the way in to score. And Gullett safe at second base. So an RBI double. Makes it an 11-6 ball game. That brings up Cam Carroll, who's walked, singled, and reached on the fielder's choice. Lawrence first pitch is low, ball 1. Here's a swing and a ground ball hit towards second. Second baseman has it, makes the play, and that will end the ball game. Greenup County in the 7th does come up with 1 run on 1 hit, 1 Great Crossings error, and 1 left on base. Your final score of this first ball game is Great Crossings 11 and Greenup County 6. Back with your final numbers in just a moment.
Quality Marathon gasoline, great monthly specials on snacks and beverages, and fantastic service. Those are the qualities of Clark's Pump and Shops. You'll find a Clark's Pump and Shop near you in the Bluegrass State and beyond. And Rick and Brent Clark want you to know that they take pride in giving you the best prices and service, and they thank you for your patronage. Clark's Pump and Shops are a division of the John W. Clark Oil Company. Clark's Pump and Shops. Return, refresh, refuel.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
Back here at the Jackie Robinson Complex at Vero Beach, where Greenup County loses to Great Crossings by a final score of 11-6. For Great Crossings, they had 11 runs on 8 hits. They committed 2 errors and did not leave anybody on base. For Greenup County, they had 6 runs on 11 hits, committed no errors and left 8 on base. Carson and Wireman went 2 1/3, gave up 7 runs, 4 hits, walked 2, struck out 3, and hit 2 batters. Brock Kitchen goes 3 2/3 innings. He gives up 4 runs on 4 hits. He walked 1. He struck out 4 and did not hit anybody. Wireman will take the loss, his first loss of the season. For Great Crossings, Logan Atkins went 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, 9 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, hit a batter. Morrison went an inning, gave up no runs, 1 hit, no walks, no strikeouts. And Lawrence goes an inning and gives up 1 run on 1 hit. He did not walk anybody and did not strike out anybody. Morrison gets the win, and Wireman takes the loss. That's your final numbers: 11 runs, 8 hits for Great Crossing, 6 runs, 11 hits for Greenup County. Greenup County falls to 7-2 on the year. We'll come back and talk with Coach Greg Logan on the postgame show. We'll do that in a couple of moments here on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
There's a lot of places to invest your money and no shortage of advice, but I think a lot of these get-rich-quick schemes are good ways to get broke quick. That's why I like the CDs at my bank. Guaranteed, insured.
Great rates, plus the comfort of knowing your CDs are guaranteed and insured. That's First of People's Bank. For all your banking needs, see the good folks at First of People's Bank, the home office. Member Equal Housing Lender, FDIC.
Since 1956, Sperry Auto Parts has served the tri-state with used late-model foreign and domestic auto parts. Sperry Auto Parts stays in touch with dealers nationwide through their hotline service for parts and late-model repairable cars, trucks, and SUVs, specializing in Jeep, Chrysler, and GM. Sperry's provides a 30-day warranty on engines and transmissions. They also have a computerized inventory, making for quicker and better service. See the winning team at Sperry Auto Parts, Route 8 in South Portsmouth, Kentucky, across from the Carl Perkins Bridge.
Quality Marathon gasoline, great monthly specials on snacks and beverages, and fantastic service. Those are the qualities of Clark's Pump and Shops. You'll find a Clark's Pump and Shop near you in the Bluegrass State and beyond. And Rick and Brent Clark want you to know that they take pride in giving you the best prices and service, and they thank you for your patronage. Clark's Pump and Shops are a division of the John W. Clark Oil Company. Clark's Pump and Shops. Return, refresh, refuel.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership.
Couldn't you? Oh, I got to take this out while I'm doing that.
First Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
Back here at the Jackie Robinson Complex at Vero Beach, talking with Coach Greg Logan. Coach, not the way you want to start out down here, but at the same time, your team got down and never gave up.
Yeah, it was not. That's not the way we draw. I'll tell you that, especially for a Sunday opening day. That was not the plan of attack going into it. But sometimes the plan don't always work, and we put ourselves in a deep hole. I felt like we battled back some, but you can't give a team 11 runs. A good team like that and expect to be back in it. So, but we did claw back a little bit. We kind of made it a little interesting there, and we kept battling, but we just couldn't hold them off. I thought Gomez come in, done a good job in relief, but for some reason Carson just didn't have his good stuff, and we done a few things that we shouldn't have done defensively. But, we spotted them 11. We did claw back a little bit, but that's a big deficit to overcome there.
Yeah, their third inning when they got 6 runs, really the big difference in this ball game because, they got 2 in the first and 2 in the fifth and 1 in the sixth, but that third inning was a killer.
Yeah, it was. And, some days you got it, some days you don't. And they swung the bat really, really good. Carson hit a couple guys, which is not a common thing, out of him. But when we spotted them there, the runs that we did, ran to a situation, let's battle back with a couple each inning. We did have a pretty good one inning there, and then the 6th inning they called interference on the coach in the coach's box, I guess. And, instead of first and third, nobody out, then they put Elijah off the base and gave us 1 out. So did it change the game? I mean, it changed the momentum drastically, but it is what it is. You can't spot a team. If you spot a team down here 6 runs, you better be able to spank it 1 through 15. And we didn't do that. But, we hit some balls hard today. Gomez hit some balls hard, and we hit some right atoms, 4 or 5 balls. But it's a good ball club, and you can't spot them, anything like that. And we did. We found ourselves in a hole, but we did battle back. Hopefully we can not get in that big of a hole from here on out.
You got 11 hits in the ball game. You out-hit them 11-8, but it was just giving up the run. So tomorrow you regroup, you come back out, and you got, that's baseball. You got another game tomorrow.
Yes, sir. We got Scott County tomorrow. Obviously they was here watching, so which is always a great rival. Coach Wheeler does a great job at Scott County. It's been a great rival between us and Scott County. Don't know who we're going to throw tomorrow, but, here, Jim, you got to throw 3 pitches for strikes. You got to have command. And, you can't put yourself in a hole, a big deficit like that. But, it's a new day tomorrow. So if you're worried about Greenup County going undefeated, you won't have to worry about that no more down here. So we'll roll that out real quick, and hopefully we can come out of here 4 W's and regroup. Go from there and have a better day.
All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow afternoon, Coach. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Jim.
All righty. Coach Greg Logan on the postgame show. That's going to wrap it up from Vero Beach and the Jackie Robinson Complex. We're in the first game of the week. It is Great Crossings knocking off Greenup County by a score of 11-6. Tomorrow against Scott County at 1 o'clock, pregame at 12:45 here on the Cool Hit Sports Network. Until then, I'm Jim Forrest. Thanks for listening to Greenup County Baseball, and have a nice Sunday evening.
Places to invest your money and no short. There's a lot of places to invest your.
You've been listening to Kentucky High School Baseball and Softball on the Cool Hit Sports Network. Tune in all season long for Greenup County, Raceland, Russell, Boyd County, and East Carter baseball and softball right here on the source for high school sports in the Tri-State, the Cool Hits Sports Network.